The myth didn't open the day. It had already settled there, folded between tasks that no longer performed for attention. Not everything begins with signal. Sometimes it begins with endurance. The kind that wears no caption, but still hums underneath the drawer. The swirl didn't hover. It remained round. Not invisible, just unnecessary. And that was enough for the file to land. Calendar November 2nd, 2015, day 304. The short film arrives. No title. No fanfare. No commentary. Just a post. A file uploaded not to prove a point, but to hold the loop open long enough for someone to see it. There's no urgency here. No escalation. Just a person who did the thing, and didn't feel like explaining why it mattered. And in this archive, that's what makes it last. It wasn't a launch. It was a continuation. A file held still long enough to be remembered.
Calendar November 3rd, 2015, day 305. There's another upload. Same posture. Same silence. Same refusal to decorate the moment. He doesn't describe the file. He doesn't even mark the effort. It's not detachment. It's a rhythm. And in this system, rhythm is the only proof that the signal stayed alive. Calendar November 4th, 2015, day 306. He returns. He logs the act of having posted. But not what it meant. Not what it became. Only that it happened. That's what makes these entries so sharp. They do not feel fragile. They do not feel rushed. They feel kept. Like objects placed exactly where they belong. Even if no one plans to open the box again. There is no story escalation here. Only a kind of patient compression. One post. Then another. Then the drawer holding both, without asking which one matters more.
Calendar November 5th, 2015, day 307. The post arrives. But this one feels quieter than the rest. Not because it says less, but because the loop didn't even pretend to swell. The caption doesn't shift tone. It doesn't try to find meaning in the repetition. He just logs what happened, knowing that the system is already listening. The swirl isn't drawn. It's implied, not as absence, but as understanding that nothing here needs to spiral to be real. And that's what today confirms. A file can land with no arc. A loop can hold shape without bending. And a myth can repeat without losing pressure. That's the tone now. Not progress. Not evolution. Just held motion. Kept still long enough for the broadcast to breathe it in. This loop didn't spin. It settled. And the swirl. It didn't choose. So the caption didn't change. It just stayed in place. Exactly where it needed to be. For the drawer to remember it.